One of the things that we see a lot is rheumatoid arthritis.
Right.
And so rheumatoid arthritis has chemical tests that actually have rheumatoid factor. And one of the things that we're seeing is there's not a lot of validity in that test. So here's a good test you can do at home.
Okay.
So in your finger, you have joints in your finger. This first joint is called a proximal interphalangeal joint. This joint is called a metacarpal phalangeal joint, MCP. If this joint is your biggest joint, it's autoimmune attacked. Because if you think about mechanics, how could you do any work that would just make that joint bigger? Like, how could you do that? It's impossible. So you didn't do it. Your antibodies did it.
Right.
Yeah, so that's either a fracture or you have rheumatoid arthritis. And it's really that simple. The other thing is that a lot of people are putting things in the old age bucket that don't belong there. So a lot of the energy restoring systems, a lot of the balance systems, a lot of the judgment systems, a lot of the brain systems are the result, or degradation in those systems, I should say, is a result of autoimmune disease. One of our cliches in functional medicine is that skin conditions are never the skin. I mean, there's some contact dermatitis, but we were talking before about a eczema patient. So it's a young kid, smart, parents are good functional medicine people, and his skin is just terrible. And so we walked in, we do a DNA test for the HLA-DQB1. He's positive for gluten, dairy, egg, and soy. So nothing. He can't eat anything that doesn't attack him. And in his particular case, the manifestation is which tissue got attacked.
Right.
And if I could just do a level set on what autoimmune disease is, it's this conflagration of white blood cells that goes and picks on a tissue. In the United States, we name the disease by which tissue it picked on. I read a report the other day and it goes, thyroid disease is linked to dementia. Right. Or what was the thing? It was diabetes 3 is Alzheimer's. And this is ridiculous. It's like saying there's a 10-headed dragon and these things are related. You're like, right, because it's a 10-headed dragon. It's all autoimmune disease. So we don't really pay attention so much as to the disease manifestation, the symptom. Right. But if you look at the things that people are not understanding as autoimmune disease, a lot of times it's skin conditions. So psoriasis, eczema, scleroderma, vitiligo are all your own immune system attacking you. Right. On the physical side, we get some very strong people. They're really flexible, but they're not coordinated. If we actually do, an eyes closed, finger to nose kind of a test that is a good test, they're half an inch over there. So their brain doesn't know where their body is. And in neurology, a good functional neurology examination like Andy Barlow would do or like we can do is so rare, it's not funny. It's not hard with your eyes open.
You like that? I know. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I know. And so what happens is we're all walking around assuming that those systems are working really well. So I actually believe in annual physicals, but one that does a neuro exam, one that actually tests you for the antigens that are normal. Italians screen for gluten before kindergarten because they don't want to send somebody whose brain is being attacked by antibodies to elementary school. We send them there and then say they have ADD. What the heck happened to all the boys? Now all of a sudden boys are bad in school. Well, I went to school, boys were the smart ones. It's like something just happened. So I'll tell you what I think it is that there's X chromosome, which women have, and they have 2 of them. And we have a Y chromosome. Less DNA material is bad. It makes you susceptible. So males are getting hit worse by this. ADD is a normal thing in this population. And again, this is a macro event. So something caused it. And I believe it's environmental. I don't believe that our population just suddenly shifted in this thing. Other things that can be linked as an autoimmune disease are digestive issues. And again, I grew up and my dad was a brain surgeon, psychiatrist, medical, Catholic, 1960s, all that stuff.
You got the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do Catholic guilt, Jewish guilt, and all the other ones. But I remember being at Virginia Beach and my father asking me to go buy him kaopectate. Well, he bought kaopectate because he had diarrhea. but he
Okay.
never said the word, and I never realized he had a digestion problem. Well, he had a digestion problem because he had celiac disease. So after I tested my own DNA, I'm double DNA for celiac.
Wow.
So I'm Italian and Hungarian. And so both of those groups are Baltic. You know, if you go to the Eastern European, Western European thing, it's the same group. They look alike, actually. And that DNA is incompatible with this wheat. And so after $10,000 worth of testing and another 10,000 another time, then I figured out for me. Now, if somebody's Italian, we're going, you can't eat this stuff. So, and it turns out if they're Hispanic, they can't either. If they're Asian, they can't either.
So it's about the wheat.
Yeah. Sorry?
So it's really about the wheat.
Yeah, wheat is the worst one. It's just way more powerful than everything else. But, you know, there's dairy that'll cause dementias, especially in developmental phase in kids.
And so I came in 2 weeks ago and my feet were really bothering me, and they did the injections and they put the paddles on my feet. I couldn't believe the difference in 1 week. Yesterday I cleaned my house. I cleaned one bathroom, it took me 3 hours, and I was perfect. I mean, on my feet for 3 hours, washing down the walls like I didn't have the energy before for at least 2 years to even do that, to even attempt it. So my husband came home and he came up the stairs and he looks and he sees all the cleaning supplies and everything, and he says, "Today's a good day, you must be feeling better." And I said, "Yeah, and I got it all done." So for me to do that, he knew, you know, it's not just me. He saw the visual of how much I had improved. Yeah.
Hey, you still gotta take it easier every once in a while.
Oh, I know. I just did the one bathroom and I said, I'm good for the day. That's it. I stopped. Yeah, for 3 hours. That was it.
That's awesome.